Suzuka's the last race of the season. It's the last time we'll see Mika Hakkinen for at least a season. This man's going for good, sadly. Jean Alesi can drive off into the sunset after the Japanese Grand Prix. The race starts in half an hour. Watching live is always best. So far, Michael Schumacher and Ferrari have been the perfect combination.
What's this going to be? Oh, he's having a laugh. A 132.484. Mega.
That just looked absolutely perfect.
Suzuka is one of the great circuits. The Japanese love their motor racing, and there is a six-figure crowd for race day. And hello there, welcome to our London studio, your last taste of Formula One until the spring. And the F1 paddock are going to spend those long winter nights wondering how to get closer to Michael Schumacher. At the moment, the man is just different class. Mark Blundell and Tony Jardine are with me now. Tony, when Schumacher describes a qualifying lap as perfection, well, we know he's seen something pretty special.
Ross Brawn said he's driving back at 110%. The awesome performance, it was spectacular, really. It was all happened in the first section where he pulverised the opposition, and they could get nowhere near him through those S's section. He said it was all down to this new Bridgestone tyre. But again, in the warm-up, you know, he only did about 10 laps and then put the car away, and again he was about 0.4 of a second faster. Supremacy for Ferrari.
Alongside him, Juan Pablo Montoya. He's had a great season. First time at Suzuka, Mark, and learning the circuit all the time.
Very, very impressive. I mean, you're right, Jim. Turns up at the track on a big learning curve, up against his teammate, but it was very impressive to watch him actually learn the track. You know, he comes through 130R there, very committed, comes up to the chicane now, just overcooks it slightly, just getting his marker point, and blows one of his qualifying laps over the curb there. A little bit messy, but he makes amends, and he still puts it up there on the front row.
A lot of interest in Rubens Barrichello. He's got to win the race, and David Coulthard's got to finish out of the top four for Barrichello to finish behind Schumacher in the championship. I'm just wondering how Schumacher can help the Brazilian.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if he can help him. I mean, he's going to start from pole. Rubens, for me, just didn't get the best out of his car. I mean, when Schumacher's nearly a second a lap faster, there's no reason why Ruby shouldn't have been on the front row with him. And it's going to be impressive to see if he can overtake two Williamses. You know, I want to see the battle between Schumacher and Montoya, but Ruby has really got a battle on his hands today to get second place.
OK, thank you, Mark. It's the 11th pole of the season then, Tony, for Michael Schumacher. That's a record for him, a record for Ferrari as well. Just chat us through the grid for the last time this year.
Yeah, reluctant record breaker Michael Schumacher, but nevertheless, sixth pole in Japan for him and a great Suzuka debut for Montoya in second place. Ralph Schumacher says brother Michael's been playing with us all weekend. Barrichello contemplated taking the spare there. Hakkinen, mystery time loss. Fisichella, best qualifying of the season. And race trim is what Coulthard's hoping for. Much better performance from them there. Truly unsighted at the chicane, Button happy on full tanks, and Heidfeld, he said the car was slightly better after the crash and the rebuild. Lazy down in 11th place there, enjoyed it tremendously, and Irvine in 13th position, looking to maintain that 7th place in constructors for Jaguar. Villeneuve, Frentzen at the limit for 15th. Della Rosa looking for grip. Then Panis said they were really, really slow. Alonso, best balanced car that they've ever had, and he said the car was an inspiration for him. And then you've got Enger, sore neck from overdriving and the crash for Verstappen, and Young at the back.
There's certainly a big difference between Michael and the rest of the world, but we have had races like it was, it was for us the same way, and we knew before we were going here that it was going to be a difficult weekend for us. And at the end of the day, I must say I'm surprised by how close we are, and I'm surprised that we are stronger than McLaren.
Michael was really driving fast today. I think this is probably one of his best tracks and his best qualifiers from what I can see. So if I was 3-4 tenths away from him today, I would have been happy.
Despite being 7th, I think I've actually improved a little bit around this track. And I'll do what I do, and the points will be added up at the end. But it's certainly, I'm not going to be, in deep depression if I slip from second.
You always feel very happy if you do a job like you done, and being 7 tenths up front the second, and it's the way you always would like to have it to some degree. But what I like very much is that we had to fight very hard for that, and we worked our way through to it.
And he's gone quickest in morning warm-up as well. We know that Michael Schumacher's old adversary, Mika Häkkinen, is taking a year off. As for Jean Alesi, he is going for good. Elsewhere, there are 1 or 2 rule changes to take on board. Here's Louise Goodman.
Mika Häkkinen will drive in his final race today before heading off on his sabbatical. He's yet to decide whether he'll return to Formula One, but he'll be in good company if he does.
A couple of drivers, Nicky example, Alain Prost, who had a break of Formula One reason or other, and they came back and they went flat out. They won the season, they won a championship. So I don't see any problem to have a year off and then come back and to go in a maximum attack. I don't see any problem with that.
This will definitely be Jean Alesi's final Grand Prix, but he's determined to stay involved in the sport that's been his life for 13 years.
I need to stop. But I don't want to disappear in this business. I have from Hedy a very good proposition to do something with him. Next week we will speak about that, and if it can be possible, I will do it.
So would you prefer to stay involved in Formula One above any other options, say in America or something like that?
What I love most is driving, but maybe I can drive also with Hedy. So there is so many things we have to set, but I don't want to quit driving. I will not quit.
Alesi has been passed over for the second race seat at Jordan in favour of rising star Takuma Sato, who became the first ever Japanese winner of the prestigious British Formula 3 Championship this year. Sato is already held in high esteem by Jordan's engine partners. He's been testing for the Honda-powered British American racing team this season. Sauber have also announced the identity of Nick Heifeld's new teammate. McLaren-bound Kimi Räikkönen will be replaced by another up-and-coming talent, 20-year-old Brazilian Felipe Massa. Meanwhile, Heinz-Harald Frentzen has said that he's keen to stay at Prost, provided the team's financial security can be guaranteed. Thomas Enger is in with a shout for the second seat, but Alain Prost may opt for a more experienced driver if he can afford that luxury. Finances could play a part in determining Tom Walkinshaw's final driver lineup too. Arrows have made an approach to Frentzen, but they may well be forced to keep current incumbent Enrico Bernoldi because of the sponsorship he brings. Jos Verstappen has a contract with the team for next year, but could still find himself ousted in favour of a second paying driver. Alex Young looks set to stay at Minardi, and the team would like to keep Fernando Alonso as well. However, Alonso's manager, Flavio Briatore, may have other plans for his protégé. The Spaniard has been linked to a testing role with the resurgent Renault team.
Not too many changes to the Formula One regulations in 2002, but the biggest concerns the electronics and telemetry of the cars as they lap the circuit. Behind me is an 8-man bay that monitors every parameter of Häkkinen and Coulthard's cars in real time as they go around, analysing that information and beaming it to the decision makers on the pit wall. Now the big change is that they can now send information back to the car affecting parameters such as traction control, engine and differential. This was not allowed before to prevent the teams activating illegal software during a Grand Prix and then switching it off. What do those changes mean in reality? Well, this department will have to be much bigger. Already the top teams have over 20 people just working on this aspect. And the biggest budget teams will be able to fine-tune their cars during the Grand Prix.
Thanks, Martin. We'll be hearing from Martin on the grid very shortly over at Suzuka. Very nice day. A few clouds around, a bit of wind too, but 24 degrees the temperature now. When you rejoin us, we'll be driving this exceptional circuit with the man who clinched world title number 4 in Japan last year. Well, what a year it's been for Ferrari. They've rocked on ever since Michael Schumacher ended that barren spell at Suzuka last year. The German's record around the track quite exceptional, apart from a glitch in '98. He's been first or second in every race since 1993. Here's the 2000 vintage.
On board the Ferrari, heading gently downhill towards turn 1, building easily to 190 miles an hour. Stay to the left. All you've got to do when you get there is just brush the brake pedal down 2 gears. 160 now. Brake for a second time down to 90 for 2. Stay low. Now you're building up to 150 miles an hour. Get ready. They're coming thick and fast. 3. Take the curb. 4. 110. 5's upon you immediately. Stay as much to the left as you can. Over the crest into 6. Stay more right than normal. Now you're at the foot of the hill of the Dunlop curve, a never-ending left-hander, 150 through the middle, building to 175 miles an hour before the glorious Degner one. Easy 125, break more for the second part, 90, turn in early. Under the flyover, we'll be there later on in the lap, but now heading towards the hairpin, 165, braking, downshifting, turning in, the back end of the car goes light, down to 40, be patient, climbing the hill now, a series of long right-handers towards the spoon curve, 180 miles an hour when you get there. Stay to the right-hand side, bring it down to 120 through the first part, let the car run wide, down, in again, 90. Back end of the car moving around. Oh, and a big correction as he just drops the right rear onto the dust, but safely then heading towards 130, 190 miles an hour. Look, there appears to be no space. Listen, he'll just blend his left foot on the brake, brings the car down to 175 and accelerates immediately towards the last chicane. Brake in a straight line, ignore the curve of the track. Until now, launch across those curbs, just 40 miles an hour. And wait for the traction to pick up, for the rear tyres to bite, and finally you can get hard on the gas towards the line. What a wonderful racetrack.
Well, British-American racing go to Suzuka looking for crumbs of comfort, really, after the worst weekend in their history at Indianapolis. BAR gave us privileged access behind the scenes in the USA. They had a miserable qualifying. We saw that yesterday. Now, it's race day.
It's Sunday warm-up at Indy, and things are looking rosy at BAR.
You are P1, Jack, for the first time this weekend. Stop in your box.
But time is tight. Villeneuve and Clear eager to get on.
2 minutes. Warm up the engine. Come on.
Just minutes from the start, and Jock and Jacques discover a drawback of qualifying 18th on the grid.
It's hard to see the lights from down here. I suggest when the bloke behind you comes past you, you go. We normally do, basically, yeah. Set for. We need a really bullish start. You've got to do whatever you can. I mean, obviously, you can't take stupid risks, but you just got to go for it. You've got to focus on that reaction time, because it's all going to be on reaction time.
Go! And they've all got away well!
Okay, you're all clear behind you. So you can go whichever way you like. There's no one alongside you. Good boy. Watch for Verstappen around the outside.
For safety reasons, it's only after the start that Jock can take his place on the pit wall.
Come on, Jack. All those ahead. You are quicker than those. You are catching. Come on. We need every ounce of every lap. Come on, dude. This is good. Just keep working at it. Try and get on the back of Benoldi. Come on, Jack. You need to start attacking Benoldi. Panis is directly ahead of Benoldi. Thank you for stating the obvious.
Benoldi pits and Della Rosa's now the target.
You do have a straight line speed advantage on Della Rosa, 3Ks.
But on lap 43, a promising race ends in collision and a potentially unsafe car.
What did Della Rosa do? Do you have any damage?
It seems okay.
Shed for.
No point going on if it's slightly damaged.
Hey, Jock, what's happening, please? We will stop, Jack. You can come round. We don't think there's any damage, but it's not worth taking the risk.
Given that we were back in 17th, it really seemed that there was no point in risking his life or risking his health by doing another 25 laps around that last corner with possibly a broken wishbone. Having had a look at the car, there doesn't look to be any damage, but obviously you don't know that when you make that decision.
Villeneuve starting 14th. Japan is BAR's 50th Grand Prix, and they're battling with Sauber and Jordan for 4th place in the Constructors. Right, let's have a quick word with Rubens Barrichello. The Brazilian's got a win to try and produce the perfect season for Ferrari.
There is nothing that this man would like more today than to clinch second in the championship for Ferrari. Rubens, can you do it?
I think I can. I mean, I'm going to try the best. I think the last two races has been so good. It's time to do it. I mean, it's one last chance. I'm going to be trying.
Thank you very much. Best of luck. Now let's go down to Martin on the grid.
Hello everybody, welcome to the grid. A little bit of a short run today. Silly hats on the Ferrari team. Apparently that's to celebrate both their championships this year. There's a man I want to talk to before he starts his probably final race. Are you with me, Andy? I don't know if we've got Mika quick word for our British viewers. So, your last race for a while, maybe your last race ever. What we really keen to know what's going through your mind.
Well,
not a lot.
To be honest, I mean, I don't want to start talking about too much what I'm really feeling in terms of emotions, whatever. I'm very much focused for this Grand Prix.
Yep.
I still want to do extremely well for myself and for the team. We tried to win it. Even we didn't perform very well yesterday in the qualifying, we still tried to win it. I'm impressed what the engineers did for the car after the warm-up. The balance is better than ever. I'm happy to go for it today and try to win it. And you know.
Well, you won Indianapolis from 5th on the grid where you are today. I mean, what's your chances today?
Chances are extremely good. I mean, I look very positively. Anything can happen. The race is long after all, so it's just gonna go flat out, man.
You've won 2 World Championships from this very grid. You must have a special feeling for today. You must have a great emotion, but you're keeping it under control.
I'm keeping it under control at the moment, to be honest. You know, I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel anything at the moment.
Okay.
Let's talk about after race or something, you know.
Okay, back to you. Thank you.
Thanks very much indeed, Martin. We're about to bring down the curtain then on F1 2001. Just to remind you, second place and 6 points would make Michael Schumacher the top scorer of all time. Just wondering if he can help Rubens Barrichello to follow him home in the championship. David Coulthard, he's set for second place. That would be the best season of his career. Interesting bit of headgear from Michael Schumacher as he gives yet another interview. The Japanese Grand Prix then is coming up next for you on ITV1. We say farewell to a great racer, John Alesi.
Good morning. As you know, it's going to be my last race in Formula 1. I enjoy very much, and I will push very, very hard for this last Grand Prix. I want to say thank you for all the fans and to the Jordan team who's watching the Grand Prix on TV. Stay with us on ITV. Bye.